There's much talk about dieting and food choices these days, but not enough about our eating habits. Let's say, for example, you're on a keto diet, but you concentrate most of your calories late at night because you're too busy out and about during the day. Is that really healthy? This question leads us into our first pick of, in our opinion, the top 10 worst eating habits. Late night snacking. Health trends nowadays focus on getting a fit physique, and people tend to build their diets around this goal. As legend has it, apparently the only thing that matters is how much calories you take in versus how much burned. Late night eating can cause indigestion and sleep disturbances, stressing out both you and your digestive systems the next day. One can only imagine, munching your face off night after night, what kind of mess your various health important systems are on the inside. Eating out frequently. This is not the first time you've heard this. Let's be honest, it may be cliché, but that's because it's true that eating out frequently isn't good for your general health. For starters, you don't know how the food is prepared, how much salt or sugar goes in, or what chemicals were used in the process in order to achieve that taste or appearance of the dish. Moreover, many studies, such as this one in 2016, found that restaurants serve bigger portions than the guideline provided by the U.S. National Institute on Aging. Further, going out often entails socializing, and when with a group, what we eat isn't always up to us. Eating by what you crave. It's easy to overeat. Why? Because food is enjoyable. It stimulates our food cravings. But craving runs on different mechanisms from hunger. If you're hungry, you won't be after you've eaten a certain portion of food. But craving can lead to overeating, because consuming the food you crave gives a feeling of reward. And we love rewards and tend to anticipate we'll eat more than what we actually need. Learn to distinguish craving and hunger, and control your meal portions. Visiting snack aisle. Having snacks available in the house is part of the temptation we need to fight against when it comes to healthy eating. This battle starts in the supermarket. Often, we don't start our grocery shopping with a plan to buy a bunch of snacks. Yet we all too often end up doing exactly that anyhow. If you know you love snacks but want to start eating healthier, perhaps it's a good idea to steer clear from the snack aisle in the first place, at least until your eating habits have changed entirely. It's not like there are any essentials in that aisle. Anyway, eating processed foods. Modern life is busy, and many people feel like they don't even have time to cook, and takeouts can drain our banks sooner than you'd imagine. Solution: cured meat, canned foods, ready-to-eat sausages that taste nothing like meat. In short, processed foods. This type of food often contains unhealthy amounts of salt and sugar and fat and other chemicals that are definitely not naturally occurring in whole foods, to ensure they can be preserved over a long time while still tasting good. Consuming too much of these foods can increase the chances of diabetes, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, etc. Eating while watching something. Don't we all love our popcorns and chips while curled up on our couches watching our favorite show or movie? But do you ever get the feeling that after you finish watching, you stand up and you feel full and bloated? It gets mechanical, doesn't it? With all the attention on the world on the screen, we don't usually notice how much snacking we're doing. Then how do we know when to stop? The snack is right there in our hands. Result: we don't, and we end up over snacking. Nutrition ignorant. Tied to several previous points. When we talk about being more mindful of nutrition, people might recoil at the mental image of someone poring over the nutritional facts section of the food packaging. Well, this ain't that. I'm simply advocating for the action of balancing all food groups in your diet. Not saying that we should all go insane measuring how much vitamin B we ate at lunch. But maybe it's not a bad idea to think about if we ate at least as much vegetables and grains as red meat. Or, if you're vegan or vegetarian, think if you had enough beans or dairies on top of your greens. Not planning ahead for your meals. Unexpected things happen, and that's fine, unless you're truly clairvoyant. No one can predict the future. Sometimes work or some emergency gets in the way and we need a quick solution for our meals. That usually ends up in us going for unhealthy options. That said, we can to some degree try to anticipate the unexpected. Even if you can't cook, try to research ahead of time the healthiest restaurants or snacks you can find around the city. When shit comes up, try to catch one of those. One bad apple ruins the whole batch mentality. Too often, we get the feeling that one Big Mac ruins the whole day's, weeks, or months' healthy eating. Well, my diet's been broken now. Might as well let loose for the rest of the day. Then we go on to have the unhealthiest day of stuffing our faces in months. What's next? Might be a good idea to relax a little. Overeating healthy foods. It could be hard cutting down the amount of food we consume every day. It gets even harder when we combine cutting and eating healthier. As a result, many end up craving more gratification from our palates after consuming our daily fill of food. But then we need to be healthy, so we eat much more vegetables, fruits, or meats. Linking back to the 8 on this list. Everything good is only good in moderation.
That's it for today. Check out the channel for more health and weight loss content. You can also purchase our weight loss course. And please, like and subscribe to be notified of our next tip. See you next time.